That's great on a Monday morning. Hey, y'all, they knocked us off. We back in here though, y'all. You know y'all kids ain't got no school tomorrow, so y'all ass might as well come on, get back in the university. Y'all know they be trying to let it build on back up, y'all. We gonna let it build back up. Let's say we gonna look. We gonna once we hit 50, y'all, we gone again. Y'all know what to do is y'all come in, shed a live 3 times. They knocked us off, but it's okay. We on part 5 right now, y'all. It's all good. This origin story gonna take some time. My kids ain't got school tomorrow. They ain't even got e-learning. You hear me? So they ain't got e-learning, y'all. This is e-learning for adults right now. This is real e-learning for adults. Oh, I meant to say shout out to my barber for giving me a nice little taper. You know what I'm saying? So my journey has begun with my locks. I don't want to talk. I want to let people pile in. I know we can get back up to 100, y'all. I mean, it's just the energy. The energy is right for that. Again? Oh, no, that's the one on your end. That ain't mine. I started a new one. It can't be because I ain't flipped the camera around. But yeah, y'all. I'm waiting on y'all to come back in, but y'all know they gonna do that. But anyway, shout out to my my barber for the shout him out. I supposed to shout him out. Shout out to my barber, man. Take me up, you know, keep me looking young, handsome, and exuberant. All right. But let's go, y'all. Let's go. 50. Everybody shed a live 3 times. Let's just get to 50. We ain't gonna wait for the whole huncho. We after midnight. This the midnight class. Hey, this the midnight class. You hear me? This the midnight class. We giving lessons all times of the night, y'all. It's the midnight class. We gotta get to the bottom of it. The real origin story. So y'all can go to sleep and then y'all know their story and know your real story and then meditate on it. Alright, we at 41. Once we hit 50, we gone, y'all. Once we hit 50, we gone. I'm just waiting, y'all. I don't want to get to talking. I know they still on the other live because the other live got shut down. So you know it take time for people to slide out of it first. Niggas be still in that live like, damn, where he at? It still say broadcast interrupted. Is he coming back? Whole time, it take time. You know what I'm saying? Once we hit 50, y'all, we gone. And also, peace to the guys and I love y'all. Now we gone, y'all. Hey, make sure y'all share the live 3 times. Subscribe to the university, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we was just gonna get into Star Trek. We already know that these human beings, you know, they are not from this planet. And they are made with animal DNA. We broke that down. We know they escaped from planet Egypt, and right now we tracking through the motherfucking stars. That's what we at in the origin story. All right. Right now in the origin story, we are on the part about these human beings who have escaped from Egypt, and they are now in their little planes and helicopters and spaceships trying to find us, along with their reptilian, draconian allies that they had just made. Peace, Goddess Angela Perez. Peace, Cole, coming in, Cole. Hey, everybody just coming in, shed a live 3 times. We all in here together. We all one, y'all. We got, y'all. Let's go. But I wanted y'all to see the intro to Star Trek because I was telling y'all that Star Trek was written all about their history. They just made it. They just turned it into a science fiction. But Star Trek is all about their ass traveling through space trying to find us for all them years. All their years, okay? That's what Star Trek is about. So 70 more than enough. We all the way gone. All right? Cuzzo just Beezy just tapped back in. Peace to the God. Peace to K coming in. All right? We in here, though. Santiago, we back in here. Y'all share the live 3 times. Star Watch parties. We back jumping, y'all. All right? So now this is where we was at. Star Trek intro, 1966. All right? Shout out to more Cushions tuned in. Peace to the guys and goddesses, y'all. So let me pull up this shit on YouTube real quick. I got it ready for y'all. All right? So we finna look at the original Star Trek series intro. I want y'all to listen to what they are saying. Okay? Listen to what they are saying. I'm about to pin a university real quick too. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm pinning it real quick, y'all. The university. And y'all know what to do. If they shut us down again and you really want the story come in, or you gonna just have to catch it on. They gonna be on my live. Everything going on YouTube. But okay, so we was at the point in the origin story about how after they escaped Egypt, now they just remember it's 999 galaxies that we created. This is the 999th galaxy where planet Kai is at that they now call Earth. So they flying through the galaxies trying to find Kai. They're trying to find the brightest blue star in the cosmos because they already had the plan to come and hijack it and drain the planet of its resources. They just had to get to it. So they were actually looking for us on this planet, these reptilians and these human beings. All right? We know about the reptilian shapeshifters, the human beings, but at the same time, the Pleiadians come into play because the Pleiadians, we're going to get to them. Let's just watch this first, one thing at a time. Listen to what they about to say, y'all. Pay attention. They wasn't saying this shit for no reason.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds.
Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds. Keep listening.
To seek out new life.
To seek out new life.
New civilizations.
New civilizations.
to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Up, up, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Y'all hear how Star Trek comes on? Because Star Trek is about what really fucking happened. After they ass left Egypt, they was really going through the stars, looking for civilizations, trying to find our planet to go where no man had no because what are man? Man are humans. And why can't humans, why did no man want to come to Planet Kai? Because Planet Kai had 2 suns, and the sun kills them. So that's why, even though the sun killed them, these human beings had the courage to still try to come find us, along with helping the reptilians, because they knew that they could drain us for our resources once they did find us, if the plan worked that the reptilians told them about. On top of that, the reptilians already just bond their ass out of jail, so the human beings had to rob the reptilians anyway. But that was very scary for the human beings to even come to this galaxy because it has 2 powerful suns. Alright? And they can't take no sunlight. So that's why in Star Trek, they like to go where no man, to boldly go. They tone in his voice changed when he said to go boldly where no man has gone before. Because they get aroused off that shit. Because where they're from on their home planet is werewolves and vampires and all type of shit. So they come from a planet of war. On Nern, all they do is fight in war. So these human beings, all they know how to do is war. On top of that, they were taught the art of lying. On top of that, they are full of animal DNA. Now do you see why white people are so violent and they seek out so much war and devastation? Fact. So let me let this finish playing, but you listen to what they said, and then go start watching Star Trek and shit. But all this is the creation. Since now, people, are we ready to rise? Are we awakening? Let's keep the lecture going though. Like I told y'all, they ass was trekking through the fucking stars trying to find Planet Kai. All right, they made a whole TV show about this trek for 6,000 years, but they don't want to tell you that, so they just said 5 years in the show. They 1,000-year voyage for their bitch ass. All right, now can anyone help me out? Now let's keep going. Next slide. Star Wars. All right, let's break down Star Wars. Now remember I told y'all Star Trek is about them. That at this point in time now they're traveling through the galaxies, trying to get to Planet Kai. So what happened was this: while they was traveling, guess who they bump into, y'all? They bump into the Pleiadians. All right, because y'all little do y'all know, like just like we got intersections on our planet where cars come and go and it's busy. Up in the cosmos, beings and ships, it's traffic, heavy traffic. You see people, beings flying, all that's going on. That's why when y'all asked about shooting stars, those are nothing but your ancestors flying through space. All through space. It looked like a shooting star to you because you down here. Those are beings, higher dimensional beings. All right? So, at the end of the day, while they was traveling through the stars, trying to find our planet, going galaxy to galaxy, trying to find our planet, right? They bumped into the Pleiadians, all right? And the Pleiadians used to be on our side, but they not anymore. So what happened was the Pleiadians told them about how they had more, the Pleiadians had more insight about this new planet because we were friends with the Pleiadians. We were never friends with the reptilians. I repeat, the gods, the Anunnaki. We created the reptilians, we created everybody. But once the reptilians took their free will and decided to go against the universe, they became our number one enemy and still are to this day. But the Pleiadians, we always fucked with them. They were allies, all right? So what happened was the human beings sat down. The human beings sat down with the reptilians and the Pleiadians, and they formulated a plot. All right, and the plot was when we go to Planet Kai, the gods is not gonna let the reptilians or the humans walk on the planet, but they would let the Pleiadians walk on the planet. Cause see, we fuck with the Pleiadians. So what they did was they linked with the Pleiadians. You know what I'm saying? And they used the Pleiadians to get on our planet because we had like I said, we had a good relationship with the Pleiadians. All right, so before I finish that part, I want y'all to see the Star Wars intro because see, and notice in Star Wars it was different than Star Trek, right? Because Star Trek was when they was on their way here. All right, Star Wars is about how once they did come here, they went back. All right, they went back. All right, because this is how it went. They was looking for us. All right, they was looking for us. So now it's the human beings, the Pleiadians, and the reptilians looking for us. But the Pleiadians, at this point in time, was the ones who ended the voyage. Because before they bumped into the Pleiadians, the reptilians and the fucking humans could not find this planet or this galaxy. They was traveling for a long time trying to find this galaxy. However, the Pleiadians, having a deep connection to Anunnaki, they knew exactly where we was at. So they was the one that guided them bitches right to us. So they guided them right to us. And when the Pleiadians guided them to us, you know what I'm saying? Christopher Columbus was actually one of the leading captains of the Pleiadian fleet. Christopher Columbus. All right. Christopher Columbus was actually one of the leaders of the Pleiadian fleet. All right. So when they did find our planet, Christopher Columbus, and his crew were the ones who, you know, they came to our planet and things of that nature. They came through portals in the Caucasus Mountains, but they did not come out the mountains. They just stayed at the mouth of the portals because they were so scared of what they had saw. All right. So the story they're telling you in history about Christopher Columbus sailing across the ocean and coming to America, no, he did sail across the waters, but not no goddamn ocean waters. He sailed across the waters of the cosmos, because all of space is water. All right, we are water. Everything around you is water. You breathe in water. This is a water-based planet that we created. It's water-based and plant-based. All right, and every planet we created is plant-based, which is why they are called planets. Okay, so I'm giving y'all access to ancient history locked deep within our DNA right now. All right, so these Pleiadians, you know, they already knew that it was going to be hard to try to conquer us. It was going to be hard. It was basically mission impossible. But they knew that they had a good relationship with us. So they basically snaked us. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing was set up like, hey, the Pleiadians, y'all go out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go out there. And my bad, I said that wrong. I was telling y'all that Christopher Columbus was the captain of the Pleiadian fleet. He wasn't. Christopher Columbus was the captain of the human being fleet. All right? He was the captain of the human being fleet because Christopher Columbus was a human being. All right? But the Pleiadians, after coming through the mouth of the caves, and they stepped out at the mouth with a few of the human beings and a few of the the reptilians couldn't even come out at all. But they stepped out the cave, out the portal with a few of the human beings. Okay? And they never went all the way out onto the land. But just the mouth of the portal of the cave in the Caucasus Mountains was so fucking huge that they was looking through. You could just look and see our whole realm and what was going on. It was no buildings. It wasn't any of that. All right? It wasn't any of that at that time. It was just huge ass trees, huge ass energy towers. We were bigger. We was different color. We was blue, red. We was so many different colors. All right? But I'll keep going into that. But let's do the Star Wars intro too, because in Star Wars is about the war, the galactic war that has broken out between us, the Anunnaki, basically the Anunnaki and everybody in the Sirius star system. The Anunnaki, which is us, and everybody in the Sirius star system that we created, that ride with us, like the Nagas, the Lyran feline race. You know, this was a He-Man movie. I'm trying to tell y'all, them warriors on He-Man, they really exist. They called the Lyran feline race. They in the Sirius star system. So the Nomos, the dolphin, which are the dolphin people, the Nagas, which are the half God, half serpent people. That's where Medusa come from. Then you got the Lyran feline race. All right, and then you got us. All right, the whole Sirius star system is riding with us in this galactic war that's been going on. All right, but then it's us versus the Andromedans, the Greys, the human beings, the insectoids. We going against like 6 different extraterrestrial races by ourselves. But I'm gonna keep going into the story. But just know right now we stopped at the Pleiadians linking up with the human beings and reptilians and coming. That's what we stopped at. Because I want to show y'all this Star Wars intro real quick before I finish the story. All right, let's go. So Star Wars intro. I want y'all to listen to what they say in their intro. All right, pay attention, people. Pay attention to the Star Wars intro. A long time ago in a galaxy far away. All right, boom. So somebody said it froze. We still good? All right, so notice when Star Wars come on, I'm just trying to show y'all how both of these movies, Star Trek and Star Wars, Star Trek is about them trying to find Kai. All right, but Star Wars is about them finding Kai and then going on their way back, right, to try to get more people. All right, to try to get more of them. All right, they get into this big ass shootout, this big ass war with all these different other races, extraterrestrial races who are actually helping us. So that's why in Star Wars it was the Force versus the good side versus the dark side, right? Ain't that what Star Wars was about? And what was Yoda talking about? You know what Yoda represents in Star Wars? What color was Yoda, y'all? He was green, which was the original pigmentation of us. We were all either green, red, or blue at the time before the invasion. We call it the Great Invasion of 1492. But before that invasion, we were all green or blue, and we were all so fucking huge in size. And I'm gonna break all that down even more after I show y'all this. But notice when as soon as it comes on, a long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Star Wars comes on like that because we are in the 999th galaxy. And this is the galaxy where the war took place at, right? So this is this planet Kai or planet Earth is in the 999th galaxy. All right, so this is the last of the galaxies that we created. Okay, so let's just keep going though. That's why but this is why Star Wars come on like that. Pay attention, signs and symbols for the conscious mind. Now let's read it out loud. Let's read out loud what these little words say. Cause see, when it come on, they show a lot of little words scrolling up the screen, and I don't think a lot of us ever read that. So let's read that shit and see what it say. So hold on, am I good? All right, so I'm gonna read it out loud. This is the Star Wars intro, y'all. I'm gonna read it out loud. Y'all can hear me? All right. I'm gonna read. Hold on. Let me turn the music down. Shit loud. All right, let me read it. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. All right, here we go. I'm ready. My bad. All right. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hitting base have won their first victory against the evil galactic empire. Now, remember I was telling y'all that this galactic war been going on since the reptilians turned. Remember, we created the reptilian race, right? And then the reptilians was the first ones to turn. All right. So notice when Star Wars come on, most people don't even watch the shit, but if you do, you definitely not reading it, because I never did, right? At first, right? But when you read it, it's telling you what's going on, and it lets you know how this is exactly what really happened. So they basically took what really happened and documented this shit in their movies and their science fiction. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. All right? So that's why it comes on. They say it is a period. Let me read it again. It is a period of civil war. This is a fact. Rebel spaceships, facts, striking from a hidden base, facts, have won their first victory against the evil galactic empire. So what they telling you right there is what the fuck they was doing to us during that war. They was striking at our certain ships that we had from the hidden base and shit like that. And they did win their first victory. All right? But they tried to make it seem the evil galactic empire when in reality, we were the good ones. They tried to call us evil though. All right? But let's keep going. During the battle, rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon. Now, keep in mind what they telling y'all, because I'm finna finish telling y'all this creation story, all right? But keep in mind in Star Trek, they telling y'all what fucking really happened. They say, hey, during this battle, this great battle that took place, they telling y'all about it. Rebel spies, remember I told y'all they used the Pleiadians as spies to get on our fucking planet? They telling y'all this shit in Star Wars. During the battle, rebel spies managed to steal secret plans. Remember I told y'all that they used the Morse, the Grantham. I'm finna go into that part. Let me just finish reading this. I got y'all. It's gonna connect. During the battle, rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star. They call it in Star Wars. They call the ultimate weapon that we had the Death Star, when in reality it's called the Makerba. All right? An armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. This is true. Your Makerba can destroy many things around you. All right? They were pursued by the Empire's sinister agents. Remember I told y'all about agents. Princess Leia races. Hold on, they call them Leia races on here. They Princess Leia races. But what they was really trying to say was the Princess Lyrian races. The Lyrian race is the fucking cat people that I was telling y'all about. All right? Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents and Princess Lyrian races, home aboard her starship, custodian of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. Let me bring that back. Y'all. All right. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, the Princess Lyrian races home aboard their starship. Okay? Custodians of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. All right? So they're telling you that they are the custodians of the stolen plans that can save and restore the freedom of the galaxy. All right? So what are the stolen plans that they talking about right here in Star Wars, y'all? The stolen plans I'm about to tell y'all now, because I ain't got to keep going with the intro on that. All right? Hold on, let me pull this up. All right. So look, now we right here about with Columbus finds Kai. Okay, Columbus finds Kai. Now let's talk about what happens when Columbus finds Kai. This is finna tie into what they was just saying about the stolen plans. Okay, so remember they was star trekking through the galaxy trying to find Kai. They find Kai. They sit down with the Pleiadians. The Pleiadians, the reptilians, and the human beings sat down and formed an alliance, right? And the plan they came up with was like, okay, we want to pop off. You know what I'm saying? We want to take over this planet. This is how we have to do it. Hold on. Y'all see the dome that was always around this plane? This glass dome opens and closes, all right? Keep that in mind. It opens and closes. All right? But let me finish. It's back. What? It's skipping again? Y'all, am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Okay, cool. Exactly. All right. So, now once Columbus found this planet, he found our planet by entering our planet through portals in the Caucasus Mountains. Once he came out, it was just him and one of the Pleiadians. Him and his crew, right? So Columbus had never seen such power a day in his life. He had never seen being so powerful, so immaculate, so strong. He had never seen it. Him and his crew were so scared. They immediately felt like ants in our presence. This is what they tell you about in the Bible when they say, and they was finna go into the promised land, but Moses couldn't go with them. That's because the reptilians couldn't just walk on our fucking planet. And remember they said that Moses sent scouts into the land in the Bible? That was them scouting us out from the fucking peaks of the caves. Scared to come out, you know what I'm saying? But they watching us from the caves though. Right? And what did they say? And we was looking at the land of Canaan and we were scared to enter because we saw giants and we felt like ants. That's how they felt when they saw us. All right? That's how they felt when they saw us. All right? So this what Columbus saw. What Columbus and his crew saw. This what he saw. Us looking like this. Anunnaki gods, giants, ripped up body formations, locks, powerful magical beings. All right? In tune with the electricity and the cosmos and everything around me. Period. All right? Everything around us, I mean. This is what Columbus and his crew saw when they came to planet Kai. And because we stood, keep in mind, humans was always little. This little height of 6 feet, that's small compared to our real statures. So they was 6 feet then, though, these human beings. We stood as tall. We stood between 50 feet to 70 feet on average. On average. All right? This is where the stories of the Nephilim and the giants and all that shit come from. All right? Because we were on a higher dimension, people. When these beings came to our planet, when Christopher Columbus and them came to our planet, our planet was on the 33rd dimension. Okay? This is why the Freemasons are obsessed with the number 33. We were on the 33rd dimension. And when Columbus and them looked at them caves and saw us doing all that shit, they were scared. So the reptilians told them, hey, well, let's use the Pleiadians. So the Pleiadians said, yeah, we can because we have a relationship with them. So we'll just go on the planet and build a relationship with them. And once we get cool enough with them, we'll give the signal for the reptilians to come through, as well as the human beings, because the human beings was the weakest of them. Remember, the reptilians have powers. They got powers as well as the Pleiadians do. They don't have more power than us because we created both of them, but they do have powers. Okay? So, Columbus and them, when they first came, man, the stuff they saw us doing completely defies the laws of physics. Like I say, everything that they saw us doing when Columbus and his crew came from planet Egypt on them ships, they wrote about that shit and called it Greek mythology. They wrote about that shit and turned it into movies and called it science fiction and made superhero movies and superhero comic books about us and our DNA and what we do because we are electrical beings. We are electrical beings, all right? And when Columbus came, this was a multi-dimensional realm. We always had these avatars, but they never died because there was no time spell at the time. So we had these avatars and we would go in and out of these avatars, all right? So this is what Columbus was seeing. Multi-dimensional beings, high-frequency, powerful beings, giant beings. That's what they saw. All right? That's what they saw. Let's keep going. So you got to understand what we was doing when they came. Creating multiple realities. All right? That's how we was moving. The blacks and Latinos. But then they formed the Great Alliance against us. And this is the Great Alliance. The Reptilians, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, and the Greys all came together to form an alliance to control us. Okay? So let me show y'all something. Y'all see this sign right here where it say we come in peace? That's really what they came and said. You ever wonder why they got this saying and they show you alien spaceships or a spaceship pulling up and then landing and then the saying we come in peace? Y'all ever wondered that? Like, why do they say we come in peace in movies and they show you aliens getting off a spaceship? We come in peace. That's what the fuck they did. Because the reptilians told them, okay, well look, y'all know them, y'all already cool with them, so just go ahead and set up an establishment with them. So the Pleiadians came and landed on the planet. And we be on that. So when they landed, we looking like, hold on. Y'all ain't called us and told us y'all was coming. Y'all ain't asked to come. None of that shit. You feel me? Even though we fuck the Pleiadians, you still can't pop up unannounced. You got to think, a lot of the stuff that black people do, we been doing, y'all. Nothing new under the sun. Like, we been like that. For real, like, just because we guys don't mean nothing. We like that, like, just like now. If I pop up to your motherfucking house right now without calling you going to feel away. We was like that. We like, hold on. So when the Pleiadians came, we hold on. What the fuck y'all on? Don't be just pulling up on our shit. Y'all ain't called and said nothing. And that's why they get off the ship like this. We come in peace. Feel me? So once they said we come in peace, we was like, We should get on there with their ass, but they is kind of cool though. You know what? We gonna let that slide. But next time y'all come, y'all gotta call us, man. Y'all can't just be popping up and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who y'all was. It's cracking. We into it with the reptilians. Y'all could have been there. We didn't know who y'all was. That's how we was looking at them. So once we got past that point, everything was cool. Now we got the Pleiadians on the planet with us. You know what I'm saying? The Pleiadians said they wanted to live amongst us. So we like, cool. We wasn't tripping. We started teaching the Pleiadians all our secrets, giving them all our advanced technology, teaching them all our secrets, the whole nine, y'all. The whole nine, y'all. Y'all know that story of the Pilgrims, how they came to the Americas and they got cool with the Indians and then snaked the Indians, killed them and took their land. That story comes from what the fucking Pleiadians did to us. They came and they played it cool and got real cool with us. And see, while they was getting cool with us, they started learning the secret to our power. Alright? They was learning the secrets to our power. Like, what's the secrets to their power? If we could figure out the secrets to their power, then we can control them. The Pleiadians already knew that. If we could figure out the secrets to their power, we can control them because that's the thing. They already had the reptilians and Arcturians and these other extraterrestrials that's waiting outside our planet to come in. They just waiting for the Pleiadians to get in, get the access codes, open up the fucking portal so they can come in and help and ambush us. Alright? So that's what happened, y'all. They ambushed us, alright? It was a fucking ambush. After getting cool with the Pleiadians for so long, they was the ones who got us to let the human beings come on our planet. The Pleiadians did because the human beings look just like the Pleiadians. Alright? So we let the humans come on our planet, all right? And when they came on our planet, they was like animals. Y'all was so fucking savage, right? Y'all was walking on all fours and everything. So we told the Pleiadians like this. We said, listen, man, they can't be on our planet unless they gonna be civilized. They gotta live. They gotta be like gods if they gonna be on the planet of the gods. That's what we told the Pleiadians. So they said, okay, cool. So what we did as the Ananuki, we assigned a small part of us. We set up an actual group of us assigned specifically to helping civilize the human beings. And the goal was to take them from that spiritual state to a soulful state by giving them knowledge of self, which will help them go into higher dimensions, which would then decalcify their pineal gland. All right? This was the plan, y'all. So the group that we left in charge of the human beings was called the Moors. Moors. The Moors are the ones that taught the human beings literally everything they know because we left them in charge of them. And the Moors are black. They were black, or if you want to call it, they were black people, or they the gods too. We just sectioned them off and gave them that name because they had a special job to go into the caves and civilize these people, help civilize all these people that was living like animals. All right, so the Moors went into the caves, cleaned the caves up, helped civilize them, taught them art. The Moors taught the human beings how to draw. The Moors taught them about all the different galaxies. The more we taught y'all about cathedrals and putting shapes, some type of thing. The Moors taught the human beings that. All right, so while teaching these human beings everything they needed to know, the Moors began to grow a love for the human beings that was different from us because they was working hand in hand with the human beings every day. So it's just like if you're working with a baby every day, you teaching them everything you know. By the time he's 4, you're going to love him too even more because, you know, you loving on him back. Y'all growing a relationship. So that's what had happened. Keep in mind, all this time they've been on our planet learning all the secrets to our power. So they have found out that the secret to our power lie in our trees. Tall, ancient trees that would reach like beyond the sky. You feel me? And we were connected to these trees, and our trees had powerful energies in it, memories in it. Our trees were seeing frequencies, the whole nine. We were blue, green, red. We did not have oxygen. We were only breathing hydrogen. All right? Oxygen makes you rust out. Oxygen is also not natural to the planet. Okay? So we was living our best life. We was doing our thing. And the Pleiadians, all right, after playing it cool with us long enough to find out, you know, what it is that we do, you know, eventually they found out that, hold on, these people ain't shit without these energy towers and without these trees and without this sun. So the Pleiadians figured out like the sun is the source of their power. Without that sun, they have no power. The sun and these towers. Listen, we had on our planet, y'all. You got to understand. Every place y'all see a church was an energy tower. We had energy towers constructed all around the whole goddamn planet. And these energy towers we were connected to, and we had these little crystal chips that we were wearing on our heads, and they were like data chips. Our energy towers were filled with eons and eons of memories, and everything was in these energy towers, and we were connected to them, and it was also the source of our power. It's like Wi-Fi. It's like Wi-Fi. If you go cut the Wi-Fi box off, your ass ain't gonna get no power. So they knew that, okay, these towers powered them up. All right. So what happened was this: after so long, the Pleiadians gained some nuts, and they attacked us. Right? They attacked us. All right, and it was an off-guard attack. We didn't see it coming. The Pleiadians attacked us on our own shit. They attacked us. Right? So when they attacked us, all war broke out. And they caught us off guard with the attack because we had been fucking with them for so long, and we let them come on our planet. At this point, shit, we trusted them like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So They attacked us. They started blowing up our energy towers, which confused a lot of us because our memories was connected to these chips, and these chips was connected to these energy towers. So they started destroying these energy towers. That's why in the Bible they tell you about the Tower of Babel. That's only symbolic of how the fuck they destroyed our towers. In the Bible, how they say the Tower of Babel was destroyed and then became confused. That's how we really became. They was destroying our towers that we were connected to with our memories and everything. So we began to become confused and all type of shit. Some of us started fighting each other. Like it just all hell broke loose on our planet when they started destroying our energy towers and our trees. This is why in Avatar they put the emphasis on that big ass tree in the movie Pandora. It had a movie in that movie in Avatar. The tree was everything. The trees was everything for us. The trees also connect us to the other 8 realms on our planet. Remember that. So yeah, these beings came and they knew that. They knew that shit. But their whole goal was to destroy. Alright? And they did it smart. So they attacked our energy towers first. Let me show y'all how the crystals look that was in our head. I'm gonna show you. And they show them to you in Avengers. That's the crazy thing. They showed y'all this shit in Avengers. Watch it. I'm finna show y'all the superhero. Vision. Vision from Avengers. This is exactly how the fuck the chips look that was in our head. Look, y'all. Let me show them to y'all. They showed them to y'all in Avengers. Look. Y'all see this in Avengers? Y'all see it. Y'all see Vision? That little chip on his head? These is how the crystals looked on our heads, literally, that we had. And these crystals were connected to our energy towers. So really in this movie, Avengers, remember right here when they show Thanos taking the fucking soul stone out of Vision head? That's symbolic of them destroying our energy towers. Even though Thanos represents us, in this scene, this is symbolic of them destroying our energy towers. And once he took that crystal out of the Vision head, what happened to Vision? Vision died on the spot, right? Vision died on the motherfucking spot when he removed that crystal. That's what happened to us. We had crystals, y'all, that used to sit right here. I'm not talking about our pineal glands. We still have those, and we still had those then. But we had actual crystals that set up right above them, like Vision. And these crystals were connected to our energy towers. And these energy towers were all over the planet. Like everywhere, literally, where you see a church in a mosque, that used to be an energy tower. I don't give a fuck if it's a little church. Because they won't even let you build on the land where all our towers were. They have that land sectioned out strictly for the government. And the government uses that land to construct their churches and their towers. Facts. I mean, their churches and their buildings, because that land where we had our energy towers at is still full of high charged energy. Remember I told y'all it's a frequency war. So all they doing is building churches over our energy fields and then manifesting their own intent. Yeah, this shit get deep. We gonna keep going though. Hold on. Alright. Them the Moors. Alright, so after they destroyed our energy towers and started destroying, we really was confused more than anything. We lost a lot of powers, but we still had a lot of power too. We hadn't lost our size yet. Like, for example, we were still big, we were still red and green and blue and different colors and flying and all that type of shit. We were still doing all that. It's just when they destroyed our towers and they destroyed the trees, we became confused. A lot of us started fighting each other, and we kind of separated us, you know what I'm saying? Without no communication, we ain't got nothing. So it kind of shut us off from each other in a communication fashion. We couldn't talk to each other no more, none of that. We were confused. So the Pleiadians knew that we would become confused if they destroyed them towers, because they have been studying under us for so long. Okay? So now that the towers are destroyed, now that the trees have been cut down, now, guess what? We still fucking them up, and we were still in our giant form. So they went to the Moors. This is when they went to the Moors. Manipulation of the Moors. They went to the Moors and lied to the Moors. They said, listen, can you please give us the access codes to the Macabre? The Moors said, no, why would we give y'all the access codes to the Macabre when y'all already sitting here fighting the rest of the gods? We trying to end that whole war now. They get inside the Moors' head and convince them that they was not trying to get the Macabre or the access codes to our ancient Macabre to start a war. They told the Moors that they was trying to get the code so that they can lead the planet. The Moors, not their fault, but they fell for the shit. Because remember, the Octarians are master illusionists. So the Pleiadians used the Octarians to kind of cast this illusion over the Moors in this false reality that it wasn't as bad as it really was, and that these fucking human beings was just going to get this access code. Mind you, the Macabre is our most powerful technology. That's why when Star Wars came on, they took the secret plans. That's what they talk about, the Macabre. They talk about the access codes, all right? So they manipulated the Moors into granting them access to our ancient technology. All right, let's keep going. Attack on planet Kai. Now this is how our realm look. Realms, we in the middle. This is supposed to be Earth, if you want to call it that. This is what Thor and them at. They in Asgard. They call it we at Midgard. You got all these different realms, all right, on our planet Kai. But when they attacked us, they did not attack the other 8 realms of our planet. They only was able to attack what they call Atlantis, all right? Because our whole planet is Kai. But our realm that they call Earth is actually Atlantis. So all these continents, Asia, Russia, all that, this whole realm is Atlantis. And Atlantis is just one of 8 realms on this planet called Kai. Does that make sense to y'all? Okay, so the whole what we think is the United States and Africa and all these continents is actually Atlantis. All right, and I told y'all that Atlantis big as fuck. The continents that we know of is locked inside the ice wall. It's 3 other ice walls with more continents, and that's all part of Atlantis. And this is all the one. This is all in this realm. We got 8 other realms on this planet. All right. So let me keep going through the story. Right. So these beings attacked us. The reptilians, the Pleiadians. All right. So once they got the access codes, this is what they did, y'all. That's why I say attack on Planet Kai. Once they got the access codes, they took the Merkaba and aimed it at our sky. They aimed it at our sun, and they blew the seconds. They shot it at the sun, and our second sun blew out of our atmosphere. That's why y'all don't see it to this day, but it's coming back in December. All right? But they took the Merkaba, because remember, they have been studying us. So they already knocked down the energy towers, and they already knocked down the trees, but we was still fucking big and flying and fucking them up and shit. So it was like, the source of their powers got to be this sun. All 3 of those things were the source of our powers, but that sun had a bigger impact because the sun is like the fucking spinal cord. What your spine is to your body, that's what the sun is to this universe, to the universe. So, to the universes, all right? So, so yeah, I wish one of y'all would screen record my lives and then send it to me. It would definitely be a blessing. And I could post it to YouTube quicker. But I actually need to go to another dimension. I'm being called. That's why I'm getting kind of sleepy on y'all, because I'm actually being called to go to another dimension. But let me finish this feed, and then I'm gonna go ahead and see why they calling me to this other dimension. Because I wasn't even sleepy. Now I got sleepy all of a sudden. And see, once y'all become aware of what sleep really is, you know it's just you going to other dimensions. So I'm on in another dimension right now, y'all. So let me wrap this up with y'all real quick. All right. So this attack on Planet Kai, this whole war broke out on our planet. All right. And after they got access to that Merkaba and knocked our second sun out of the atmosphere, that's when all hell broke loose. We shrunk in size. We went from 100 feet, 70, 80 feet, 50 feet tall to these little ass heights you see today of 6 feet, 5 feet. We was never that little. We dropped in frequency. Our planet went from the 33rd dimension. We dropped all the way down to the 3rd dimension. All right. All of our beautiful dragons, they used to fly in the sky. They went from dragons and they turned to birds. Now because we dropped in dimension and frequency. So all our beautiful air dragons are now the birds that you see flying through the sky, your eagles, your falcons. All of our beautiful sea dragons are now they used to talk to us, are now fucking sharks and fishes swimming in the water because everything dropped. We was blue, green, and red. We now are just these copper pigmentations. All right, which the reason we are copper is because the carbon is not fully charged up. When that second sun come back and your carbon charge all the way up, you're gonna turn red, blue, or green. Fact. Your carbon isn't all the way charged up, so we appear copper. All these these little bushes, we're told what trees are actually fucking bushes. And these little bushes used to sing out frequencies and everything, y'all. Like, it's real like that. I'm telling y'all the realness of this shit. Look, destroy the source of our power. Trees and energy towers. They cut the real trees down. All right? And they destroyed all the energy towers. All right? This is what they did, people. All right? Look, now right here, if I told y'all to point out a tree to me, the average person gonna point down here. These are fucking bushes, 30mm bushes. There are no more trees on our planet because we cut them all down. This is the actual tree right here. That's the stump of the tree. All right? But they call it Devil's Mountain, but that's actually a tree stump. That's how big we were. That's how big our fucking trees were. Them was our real trees. So listen, every mountain that you ride past when you go outside and you see a mountain peak, that used to be a tree. That's a tree stump. And all these things you think are trees are actually 30mm bushes. Now do you see how they destroyed your planet? Really? Because now you finna go outside looking at shit with a different eye after this tonight. That's gonna fuck you up to know that every fucking mountain is a tree, including Mount Everest. Mount Everest is a tree stump. That's how big our trees were. They took everything from us. Everything. Our planet is desolate. There are no more forests. We have beautiful forests. We had huge, beautiful animals that don't even exist no more because you bitches made them extinct, killing them. I showed pictures I posted on Facebook of how huge the horses used to be, and this was after the fall. This was after the Great Invasion of 1492, because they came and invaded us in 1492, people. Look at our trees. Look how big our trees was. That's a tree stump. Yeah. The truth. Now do you see why they say the truth is stranger than science fiction? It really the fuck is. And I want you to see the desolation of these human beings and these reptilians. They came and destroyed our planet. They made us fall in frequency. Look how little we is right now. Look at our pigmentations. We didn't have to use crystals and things to charge us up back then. We were already charged up. Every electrical output that we need, like our orgone energy towers, have been destroyed. It was a huge orgone energy tower where what is now called the Bermuda Triangle, that used to be an orgone energy tower right there. That's why when they bitch ass fly over it, they ass always disappear. Alright? So you got to understand, when they came to our planet, the source of our power has always been our trees, our energy towers, and our sun. They already destroyed all our trees. That was one energy, that was one source of power that they took from us. The trees used to literally talk, sing, and dance out frequencies. Like, remember we was kids, they showed you these magical forests and enchanted forests and shit? Where do you think that come from? That's how our planet really was. Our planet in its natural state is magical. Our plants talk, our animals talk, everything. This is how we created this shit. So when they showed us this in cartoons as kids, we was kids and we was in love with it because our souls connected to it. Then we became adults and we like, oh, that shit ain't real. No. This is how our planet. Go watch Alice in Wonderland or Wizard of Oz and all the old cartoons and notice how plants is singing and dancing and talking and the animals, and that's how it really was. It's actually still like that. Our trees, our 30-meter bushes that we call trees, they froze too. They used to literally move and dance and sing. And if your third eye is open, sometimes you can see them moving, still trying to move out the periphery of your eye if you pay attention. The truth is stranger than science fiction. This is the origin story of human beings that I'm telling y'all. The origin story of this planet, Planet Kai, that they came and renamed Earth. Because what was their home planet called, y'all? Earth. Human beings are from Nern. What was the Nern nickname? Earth. Human beings landed on our shit, took over with help, because they couldn't have did it alone. They had a lot of fucking help. And renamed our shit Earth. This is Planet Kai, or Planet Tiamat. Facts. Alright? Alright? So, somebody said plants will react to your touch. Plants have life, mind, body, and soul. Which I told you, your words is powerful. The water will too. Go yell at some water, then put it in the freezer and watch how it frees up. It's going, and then speak nice things to the water, and then put your water in the freezer and take it out and compare it to the water that you was talking shit to, and compare it to the water that you said positive things to, and you're gonna see that they have two different structures when they froze up. The water that you talk to and send good love to is gonna freeze up perfect. It's gonna freeze perfectly. And that water that you was saying negative stuff to, gonna freeze with all type of cracks and all type of. You're gonna be able to tell a huge difference because we are everything and everything is you. All right. All right. So they got rid of that. Now, the last thing they needed to do was remove the sun, and they did that by blasting it out of our atmosphere, people. Daniel 4:10. Let's read this, right? Because, see, we jump over certain things, and I keep telling y'all the Bible is to be used as a reference source when you're doing research because they got a little truth in there. But don't be reading it like, oh, this is the book of God, and if I don't read it, I'm going to hell. If I do read it, I'm going to heaven. That's all some bullshit and a lie. Trust me, you're going to be highly disappointed if you think that. It don't work like that. But we talking about these trees, right? So this is for my people that didn't believe that trees were really that big, that we was really that big. This is for all my religious people, right? I keep telling y'all religion ain't for us, but this is for my religious people, though, right? They don't believe trees were that big, right? The Bible. Let's use the Bible quote. What they say in the Bible. This is from Daniel 4:10. All right, I'm going to read it out loud. Its leaves were beautiful, and its fruit abundant, and it was food for all. The beasts of the field found shade under it, and the birds of the heavens lived in its branches, and all flesh was fed from it. All right? The tree grew and became strong, and its top reached to the heavens, and it was visible to the end of the whole fucking earth. That's where that fucking story come from. They telling you how the world was before they invaded us. All right? Our trees were so big that you can see them from anywhere on the whole planet. And the planet, our planet is damn near never ending. That's how much land we have on this one planet right here alone. So that lets you know how tall them fucking trees was if you could see them all the way to the end of the fucking earth. Anywhere on earth you're gonna see our trees. That's how big they was. Not no more. Let's keep it going. All right? So, they destroyed our towers. They made us fall in frequency. All right. So once we fell in frequency, now we dropped down to the east side, and now we just spread out all around the world. All our communication was broken from us because that's what they when they destroyed the energy towers. That's what that was for. All right. And when they be trying to get y'all to believe that they've been here a long time, no, they have not. They asked us for 6,000 years. They came and landed on our planet in 1492. That's as long as they've been here. All them other stories they be talking about, they didn't went back and wrote themselves in some history. They ass ain't been around that long. Even when they get to telling you about what went on in Egypt and Kemet, they got you thinking that shit happened in 6,000 BC, 435 AD. They telling you that shit to get you to believe that they've been here a long time. No, all this shit just happened a couple hundred years ago. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Ancient Kemet, Egypt, the Jesus story. All this shit just happened, y'all. Facts. Just happened, y'all. It just happened. Alright? It just happened. Just happened. So, they try to make y'all, these human beings, want y'all to believe they've been here a long time. Because they don't want you to know that you are the father of creation. So they got you thinking this shit. When they history, they be, the earth is, 10 million years ago. First off, years wasn't even around. We only know energy cycles. Y'all ain't even been alive 10,000 years. Y'all only been around 6,000 of y'all created years. And then y'all only been here for like a couple hundred years. Alright, so basically once we fell in frequency, y'all know what happened. Once we fell in frequency, then they went around and rounded us up. Alright, now this is what I want to show y'all. Because when they round us up, it was easier for them then because once we fell in frequency, they opened the portals. Once they opened the portals, that's when they finally let the reptilians in. Remember, the reptilians wasn't in. They were on the outside looking the whole time, even though they was the ones that concocted the original plan with the human beings. Remember, the human beings were stuck on Egypt, and they made that agreement with the reptilians. The reptilians could never still get in until this whole war kicked off. So once they blast the fucking second sun out, that allowed portals to open up, and then the reptilians came in from all type of galaxies. All right, and then when they came in, they started shape-shifting into these human forms and taking in. They went with the plan. And when the reptilians came, that's when they set up their hierarchy. They started setting up their black nobilities. They started setting up their kings, their queens, and all that shit. All right, but I want to talk about ancient Egypt real quick before we get into all that. We talk about Egypt, or we talk about like the pharaohs, or we talk about like any of these people. Like Egypt is always brought up as one of the most smartest civilizations because they talk to y'all about the pyramids, right? But we built the pyramids. How did we build them though? Not from the ground up. The pyramids was built from the top down. Because we was using our minds and we was using advanced energies that the human psyche cannot understand right now. There's not a word for it. It defies all of your physical. The physics, all them laws is man-made. Stop believing. That's why y'all don't believe y'all can fly, because y'all believe in humans' man-made laws of fucking physics. You believe in a human laws of some shit that ain't create some shit. So of course you don't know. So now you that motherfucking chicken and that eagle. Remember that story of that eagle that grew up on that farm with that chicken? So he thought he was a chicken. I think he was a chicken, never flew ever. Yeah. Alright. So the most advanced civilization that they do tell y'all about is in Egypt. That's as advanced as they give you. They will never tell you how we was creating planets and all that. They give you Egypt, and that wasn't shit. That was after the fall. But I want y'all to know, so I want to show y'all something about Egypt. When they was setting up Egypt, or when they tell you these stories about Egypt, remember I told y'all when they took over, they made us fall in dimension and frequency. Alright? So, what do you think was going on in Egypt? Why was these pharaohs so fucking big? All these statues and stuff. Alright? The 13th dimension. I'm going to show you why now. Alright? Because at the time of the Egyptians and the Kemesh, the people in ancient Kemet, although we had failed, like literally by the time when the Kemet civilization arose, we had already fell down to like the 9th dimension or something. We wasn't as low as we are as we had failed to, which was the 3rd, but we was on like the 9th. But for some reason, the Egyptians were able to tap into higher dimensions and were able to start rising their frequency back up. So the Egyptians and they was building these pyramids. They were on the 13th dimension at this time. Alright, and I'm going to show y'all how. Check this out. Some of y'all never peeped. Alright, remember I told you the higher you are in dimension, the bigger we were? Notice how in Egypt, alright, in Egypt, look how big, this is called the statue of Ramses. But look how big it is. Look how big it is. Look, them human beings right there, look how little they are compared to the statue. Look how big the statue is. Look how little them human beings is down there by my finger. It's 2 humans sitting right there. Y'all see them? Look how little they are. Alright? Look how big these Egyptian statues are. This is because this is the size they actually were. Alright? Now, the reason they were so tall then is because the higher you are in frequency, the bigger you become. So they had figured out the ancient ways and they were starting to rise their frequency back up. Remember, you see the pharaoh cap. What did these caps represent if you've been keeping up? This represented that they were in tune with and had already activated their Kundalini energy. Because this represents the serpent of the cobra cape. That's why all the pharaohs wore it, or the people in Kemet wore it, because it was symbolic of the fact that they had activated their Kundalini energy and aligned their spine and aligned their 7 chakras and were in higher dimensions and connected to higher beings and higher frequencies. This is how they were able to construct the pyramids from the top down. And if you know how big the fucking pyramids is, they was not built from the bottom up. They were built from the top down. All right? Perfect brick and block structures. How were they able to do this? Because they were on the 13th dimension. All right? Now, I want to prove to y'all this size thing because I don't think y'all really get that. Remember I keep telling y'all about giants and stuff, and a lot of people don't believe the giants existed or walked or whatever? But we are the giants. We just fell in frequency. So the only reason you don't see giants no more is because we walking around now. We are on a lower frequency, so we are smaller. And I'm finna prove it to you right here. Check game. Peep game. Now, what does this say? These skeletal figures represent just a few giant human remains that were unearthed and documented in historical records. So that's just a few. So let it be known, because right here, these are the ones that they documented. All right? Now, I'm going to read them to you. And I'm going to explain it to you. And I'm going to also explain to you why. If you notice, over time, each skeleton kept getting smaller and smaller. This is us today, people. Here. That's us today. We were bigger than this. Keep in mind, they said this is just some of the ones they letting us know about that they found. All right? So this skeleton right here, 36 feet. This is a skeleton bone. This is some skeleton bones that they dug up. And they found this in Carthage in 650 BC. But keep in mind, there's no such thing as 650 BC. Time don't exist. They has only been 1492, man. I keep telling y'all this. So when they get the BC and all that shit, they only be saying BC to try to make them seem like they older than they really are. Just like a little ass kid. That's how I was. I remember when Black Planet first came out. I remember when social media first hit. Like, not to get off subject, but when social media first hit, when they first hit, it started with Black Planet. And I had a Black Planet page, and I wasn't even old enough to have one. I was on that 13 last, and I was 19, right? So it's the same thing. Like, these human beings, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna lie and try to take credit and make it seem like stuff is what it's not. All right? But at the end of the day, this skeleton right here, 36 feet. Then we go down. That skeleton, 25 feet 6 inches. This third skeleton, 23 feet. These are ones that they dug up that they telling you about. Trust me, I'm telling you. When I say we stood as high as 100 feet tall, we stood as high as 100 feet tall. Some of us was 150 feet tall. You get what I'm saying? Because we was so high in frequency. So we were bigger. Everything was bigger. But look, though. That skeleton, 36 feet. That skeleton, 25 feet 6 inches. This skeleton, 23 feet. This skeleton, 19 feet 6 inches. This skeleton, 12 feet. This skeleton, 10 feet 6 inches. This skeleton, 8 feet 6 inches. Then we get to the Egyptians, and they go from, notice how each, because we were falling in dimension. So we were getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. You see what I'm saying? Is that making sense to y'all? Hell yeah, my head itching like a motherfucker. But look, though, y'all, that's because these locks growing. But look, right? Notice how at each level, we were getting smaller, 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 smaller. Y'all see it? I know y'all see it, look. But all of a sudden, why when we get right here, we get bigger again? We jump up. We kept going down and shrinking in size. This is the age of the Egyptians, because they had got in contact with their cells and higher dimensions, so they were starting to raise their frequency. They were able to, because look, they were able to push the dimension back up to the 13th dimension. And when they were on the 13th dimension, that's when they was creating all this shit. Hold on. That's when they was creating the pyramids. That's why they was so big. This was their real size. Look at the size of your human today and look how big this how big they really was. You know what I'm saying? So let me go back to this little map real quick. I'm showing y'all just to give you a little taste of how big we were, because we were higher in frequency. And as we shift, we're going to be getting back in these cycles. We're going to rise, and we're rising in frequency and dimension again. All right? This is all facts. All right? So this ain't no bullshit being made up. But I want to read something off to y'all about the dates. Notice how the skeletons get smaller every fucking so many years. But this right here, I want y'all to see. The Egyptians, this was their age period. So instead of them, they supposed to be, because if you notice, we went from 36 feet to 25 feet to 23 feet, 19 feet. And let me read out some names. This 12-foot skeleton is the skeleton of one of the pharaohs. All right? This 10-foot 6-inch skeleton is the skeleton of Goliath. Hold on. Y'all don't hear me, though. I know all of y'all heard about Goliath in the Bible, David versus Goliath, and how big Goliath was, because Goliath was a god. He's one of the gods. He was a brother like us. He was 10 feet 6 inches, and David was little, because David was like 6 feet, between 5 and 6 feet. Now, we all know that if somebody 10 feet 6 inches, that's tall as hell. And you got to think, if we talk about a human, we're going to have size on it, so that's massive. All right? You got to think about the mass that comes with that height. All right? But listen, though, even Goliath was, even in the Goliath days, that was after the fall. That was after the fall, y'all. That was still after the fall. And look how big the Goliath was. The Goliath was 10 feet 6 inches. But look how small he was compared to him that was found. That's how fucking huge we was. And their Bible never mentions none of these people. Their biggest giant they tell you about in their Bible is Goliath. Look where Goliath started, y'all. He all the way at the end. This humans today, these the Egyptians, this Goliath time. But what about all this history that was before Goliath? Look at all them and how bigger they was than him. Man, listen, y'all. So I'm trying to let y'all know, right, that we were so big, man, right? We were higher in frequency. Everything was higher in frequency. We were higher in dimension, all right? So the Egyptians were on the 13th dimension. All this was after the fall, though. Remember, we fell. We was on the 33rd when they landed. The war broke out. They knocked us all the way down to the third. We was on the third all the way to January 1st, 2020. We was on the third dimension. We just not rising the last 4-5 months because everything is changing. It's a cosmic shift. This is what this pole shift is about. Because when they came and invaded our planet, human beings made the fucking pole shift. They the ones that started the first ice age when they came and killed us off, which made the planet freeze up in certain locations. Let's be real. But they don't want to talk about that. They ain't gonna talk about that. And now the poles are shifting again, and they want to tell you great conjunction and shit in the pole shift. That ain't no pole shift. That ain't no great conjunction. What's happening is the sun is coming back. The Kundalini energy is being restored within us. Our DNA being repaired. And once our Kundalini energy is activated, niggas is gonna go right back into that mode we was in before they landed. Facts. Like overnight type shit. So let's keep it going. So, all right. So now that we know that we done fell in dimension, we done fell in size, we small as hell now. So what's the next thing human beings did? They created the transatlantic slave trade. All right, I'm gonna pin it again right now, cuzzo. They created the hold on. They created the transatlantic slave trade, y'all. They created the transatlantic slave trade. All right. So you gotta ask yourself, why did they create the transatlantic slave trade? All right. You see it, transatlantic slave trade. They created the transatlantic slave trade for one purpose, y'all. After defeating us, they fought with us. Listen, the war lasted from 1492 to the year 1776. That's how long the war lasted. 1776 is when they started their Republic of America and renamed everything, right? So that means the transatlantic slave trade started after 1776. They only created the transatlantic slave trade to make us forget who we are. Because at this point, now that we so small, now we they size. We 5 feet and 6 feet. We they size now. So now they feel like they could do something with us. Even though they still could, we were still fucking them up. Like we do to this day. They couldn't do shit with us. So they created the transatlantic slave trade to make us forget about the true history of everything that happened before the invasion. So that's why they took all our real history from us. They renamed us, took all our languages from us, and taught us what they wanted us to know. And if you did not accept what they was teaching, then they killed you. This is the fact. So the only reason none of y'all remember this shit is because of the transatlantic slave trade. You get it? They took people through it to put that fear in them, take the truth out of them, take all our customs out of us. So, nigga, we went into the transatlantic slave trade. Even though we had felt this frequency, we still had the awareness that we was gods and what planet we came from and that we created everything. We still knew all that. They created the transatlantic slave trade. Niggas come out of that motherfucker not knowing shit. We come out of that motherfucking Africa. We went in gods, y'all. We went into the Atlantic slave trade gods. Yes, they had made us fall in frequency. Yes, we have been betrayed by the Pleiadians who gave the fucking reptilians our access codes. And yes, they turned around and used the Moors against us. Yes, the Moors did betray us. The Moors betrayed their own people. The Moors are black people. The Moors are gods too. But at the end of the day, we still knew what the fuck was going on. So they had to create the transatlantic slave trade to wash away our memories. That's what they did. And they taught our kids all this shit about how they Africans. And so we went into transatlantic slave trade, guys, and we came out African Americans and Indians and Jamaicans and Latinos and everything else. You see how they did us, y'all? Do y'all see how they fucking did us? All right? Now, in the year 1776, my hair growing like a motherfucker. My shit itching, y'all. 1776, the time spell in the history spell is cast. Because in 1776, that's when they set up the United States of Earth, as I like to call it. All right? And that's when they cast their time spell and history spell for the first time. So that's when they start writing all these motherfucking lies down about all this shit they say they invented that they didn't. That's when they created time and said there's 365 days in a year, which we know is a lie, and there's 12 months in a year, and there's 4 weeks in a month, and there's 28 days in a month, and there's 4 weeks in a month, and there's 7 days in a week, and there's 24 hours in a day, and there's 60 minutes in an hour, and there's 60 seconds in a minute. That's when they created all that bullshit. 1776, because 1776 is when they officially defeated us. Okay? So this is not America. This is not Earth. This is Planet Kai. And all these continents that we know of is Atlantis. All right? And there's 8 other realms that do exist on this planet that we will be coming more in tune with as we continue to go. All right, so check game, right? So now in 1945, by the year 1945, these humans had already drained our planet of the resources they needed. They done took all the motherfucking trees. They done did everything. Y'all hear me? They done did it. So in 1945, guess what happened, y'all? They like, man, we trying to get off the planet. They're like, we got to get up out of here. We done took all the resources. We done everything. They trying to get off the planet, and guess what fucking they find out? They're stuck. They're like, oh, shit. Because remember, they knew we was going to wake back up. They already knew that the sun was going to come back and wake us back up. They knew this. That second sun had... Because when they blasted it away, y'all, the sun is naturally part of the atmosphere, so it wouldn't stay away. They just blasted it away a little bit, so they already knew it was coming back, but they didn't care. They just needed the sun to stay gone long enough for us to stay asleep long enough so they can get as many resources as they can from our planet, right? But in 1945, they found out that they were stuck because our ancestors had casted a counterspell which formulated a dome over our planet, which won't allow their ass to fucking leave. Alright? So this is why they be trying to send spaceships up into space and all that shit the whole time. Because they've been trying to get off the planet, but they can't fucking leave. Alright? Because of this spell that's been implemented for their ass. This is part of their karma. So although they had defeated us, we saw them coming before they came because we are God. We are Alpha and Omega. So we wrote counter, set certain things up. They only in the rain. But they didn't know that we had cast a dome over this planet. They didn't fucking know that. So when they tried to escape in 1945, because they're like, hold on, well, we getting closer to 2020. We know in December 21st, 2020, the sun gonna come back. Because we never had time. We only have energy cycles. But they created their time spell based around our energy cycles, so they know what's really what. You get what I'm saying? So they're like, well, let's try to leave this bitch. They tried to leave and they couldn't get off. They was stuck. That's when they started panicking. That's when they created their food spell, their money spell, and their sex spell. They're like, well, shit, we got to keep the God asleep a whole lot longer. All right, so we back. We back, y'all. They had pauses. It's cool. Those who need to hear it still here. So they was like, we got to keep the God asleep a whole lot longer. Y'all still there? I see 7. I see 83. Y'all still there? If it still froze, let me know. You know how they do it, y'all. Get deep. They get to tweaking on. So much. Too long as hell. We still good. We good. All right, so basically they saying that they couldn't escape the planet. That's when they started working on a fake moon, which they used to lure the souls back down to this reality when we supposed to be leaving this realm. All right, 1945 was the year that they figured that they found out it was right. So that's what they've been trying to do ever since. That's why they always been looking. Is there life on Mars? Is there? Remember they was always asking that shit. You didn't know why? They always up and trying to find some shit about what's going on. That's because they've been trying to get the fuck off the planet before we reshift again on their ass. Not just us, but they just fuck us up. They fuck the planet up too, and her animals. Remember when Avatar came on? Didn't he warn them? We are not on Earth. We are on Pandora. It's real out here. That's how for them. This is hard for them. So the only thing that was helping them was the fact that we didn't know. We didn't have that knowledge of self, and that sun hadn't been coming back. So that's why they created all these clouds and these man-made clouds to keep the sun blocked out all these years, because the sun is a natural energy source. So not only did they push our second sun back, but then they created to block out the one little sun that we do have, because it feeds us. They can't take no energy. All right, and if we get to taking too much energy in, what's gonna happen to us? We gonna charge them too much for them to control. So you gotta understand why they had been doing what they was doing. Y'all with me? You gotta understand why they have been doing what they was doing, y'all. All right, but let's keep going. The Son of God returns. Boom. That leads us here. All right. So basically, these human beings, along with these reptilians and these Arcturians and the Pleiadians, the only ones that have been stuck on our planet, because the Pleiadians come and visit, but remember the Pleiadians wasn't created in no petri dish. They were born. Their genes were created, but then they were born. Whereas human beings were just created strictly in a petri dish. So the whole time they've been on our planet, the reptilians be still. Arcturians don't even really come on our planet like that. They watch from outside and they cast their illusions and shit like that. They don't have to come on our planet to cast their illusions. All right. So you got all these different races that have been working hand in hand to keep us down. And then they created all these different names for us, like black people, African Americans, Latino, to further divide us against ourselves. Then they pushed drugs into communities and taught us in school that we were human beings, and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? To keep all the true history away from you, the fact that you is everything, the universe, everything. And I just went through the whole story with y'all, the real origin story. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how they took over our planet and enslaved us. Though they enslaved us on our home planet. And remember I told y'all about this dome. Right? That's over us. All right. Well, guess what? It will be officially removed December 21st. Because remember, it was just technology that our ancestors put. The dome is just technology that our ancestors put over this planet. All right. To help us at times. But when they came and invaded us and they used our technology against us, they closed the dome. You feel me? Our ancestors closed the dome. All right. But then by these human beings and reptilians being in the inside and still having access to ancient technology, certain things to keep the dome sealed. Even when they said that they couldn't get out, they wasn't gonna let the Anunnaki from the home headquarters in. So literally like we've been just waiting for the energy to return the whole time, y'all. Like the whole time they've been killing us all these years. Do you know that our other Anunnaki gods are outside the dome waiting to get in? Literally. And it's a whole galactic war going on all around us, all around all these galaxies and planets that's been going on. This is why people have been seeing flashes in the sky. A lot of people putting out videos. I've been seeing all these flashes in the sky. That's because you're starting to see the wars that's been going on around you. Because now everything is emerging. All right, this is why they December 21st and how it hasn't happened since 1623. Yeah, you're right. Our second sun ain't been in our atmosphere since 1623. All right, and what was we? What was we? What was we? What was we doing? Happened December 21st. Y'all gonna start seeing this every day after two suns in the sky. Y'all gonna be seeing two suns in the sky. All right, after December 1st, two suns in the sky, which is how it originally was because this is the binary star system that we created. It's the Anunnaki. So the Anunnakis that are on our home planet, that's still us. We had just been separated from them, and a lot of us come back and forth from the headquarter home planet to this planet by reincarnating through birth, which is what I did, at least in this lifetime. All right, all of us. But so you got to understand that life and death isn't real. For one, it was a lie. You will never die. You would just go back. Your spirit and soul will go to a different dimension, different reality, take on a different body. And the only reason these bodies die is because they created a time spell. All right. So once the time spell is being broken, all the stuff being broken. So people, these physical avatars ain't even gonna be dying no more. People gonna be ascending and going to different just straight from this. All your relatives that you think died in the past, all the family members we lost, how we thought they was dead because we was taught to believe in death that don't exist. They are not dead. Their spirit and soul is literally in other dimensions, waiting to come down here and participate in this war. Listen, when December 21st come, y'all, everybody that was a soul on this planet that in past and we gonna be coming through these portals too. Man, it's finna be cracking, y'all. It's finna be cracking because I got another lecture coming up, y'all, about all the different species more in depth. Just about each species more in depth. Like I want to go a whole live about the reptilians. I'm gonna break everybody down to y'all. But what y'all gotta know is this: it's inner terrestrials too that I ain't even mentioning to y'all. They live in the earth like the conehead race. They look just like coneheads, but they black people. But they got cone-shaped heads. That's where that movie came from. They live within the earth. Notice we got beings in earth. They're called inner terrestrials, and any beings that are not from this planet are called extraterrestrials. So, basically, that's what happened. They enslaved us. They've been trying to get off the planet, but it's too late. And December 21st, the second sun is going to come back, and we're going to start rising and rising in higher dimensions and higher frequencies within ourselves. Kundalini energy will be activated. You're going to start seeing motherfuckers glowing. All right? You're going to start seeing a lot of stuff that you thought wasn't real or was not considered to be normal. But this is why. Because the real truth of our history, I just gave to y'all tonight. All that shit about that they tell me about Big Bang Theory, cap. All that shit about Darwin's evolutionary theory, cap. And all that shit in they fake ass Bible about Adam and Eve and the rib and cap. This was the real story y'all heard tonight. Now go meditate on it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never tell y'all nothing wrong. You feel me? You are Anunnaki God if you are black or Latino. And we manifested ourselves out of dark energy. And our goddesses manifested themselves first, then help create us. And then we ran and created everything together. After the goddesses created us, we created we appointed the 23 scientists to construct the entire universe. And those 23 scientists, of which Zeus, Satan's uncle, right? Those 23 scientists are the ones that designed the galaxy, the universe. All right? And me, divine insight, was there to witness it, which is why I was able to tell y'all to enumerate some of you bitch ass scientists have never been able to do. Y'all gotta give my credit for it. Y'all ain't got to, because y'all word is over with anyway. But I just answered y'all a little question tonight about 369 too. 999 galaxies is one universe we created, and this one universe is composed of 900 galaxies. Each galaxy is composed of 909. Each planet has 9 realms. Everything works in threes. We are 6 because we are the gods. 6 represents the gods. 6 neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons. 9 is the most powerful number in the cosmos. 9 is the master number, which is why everything will always end with 9. You are a god. You are a goddess if you are a black or Latino. You were called the black and Latino or African to degrade you, to make you further forget who you are. But we are awakening. All right? So that's the secrets to the 3, the 6, and the 9. All right? And this is also why human beings, Satan's children, because Satan want to be like God. They want to be like us. They want to be us, right? So they don't have the power of 9. So they inverted and rolled with the 6. But even though the 6 is the number for us, it's an inverted 9. Right? And somebody was like 369 or 369 or 3 plus 6 equals 9. Yes, it's all connected. 9 is the master number. I got a whole lecture coming up on the number. If I touched on it here about the number 9. All right? So, that's the secrets to the universe. Just like I told y'all about the pints and quartz. Why is it called a circle? Knowledge rotates in a full 360-degree circle. That's why they say stay on your 360. All right? They also tell you what? Stay on your square. What's your square? 4 right angles. What is a right angle? 90 degrees. So if one right angle is 90 degrees and a square is composed of 4 right angles, 90 times 4 is what? 360. Because knowledge is everlasting and it rotates around in 360 degrees. It rotates full circle. This is how we designed the universe. This is why we say stay on your square. Get on your square. You off your square. Yeah, you off your square if you're not aware. You ain't on your right angles. Not you got 4 right angles. Stand on them. Then that'll keep you on your square, on your 360. Knowledge rotates in a full 360 degree circle. Because what goes around comes around. In 360, 6 plus 3 is what? 9. 9 plus 0 is what? 9. Which brings you back to the master number of what? 9. You know how I know this? Because I was there to witness it all. So don't ask me where did I get my information from, because I got my information from within. My information comes from within. This information is already within you too, because I am you and you are me. I salute the divinity in you. My soul recognizes that your soul and my soul are one through the universal connection called creation. This is what makes God omnipresent, because we are everywhere. We are God. Each and every one of us combined. Nothing less. Alright? So with that being said, the ancestors is calling me. I did what I was supposed to do tonight. I love y'all. Peace to the gods and goddesses. Meditate on this origin story. Y'all know their story. Y'all heard their version. Tonight you heard a different perspective that you might have never heard before. So now when you go to sleep, sleep on it. Let your soul take you. Alright? But just remember this. I can't speak with this type of detail unless I'm divinely guided. Alright? I just shook up the whole. They've been trying to figure out 369 for forever. They can't even tell you how many galaxies it is. They told you it was one. Like I'm going to say to you human beings before I end this live, your time is over with. The 500-year invasion is over with. War is imminent. The gods, everybody that got this message tonight got what they needed to get, and that's going to empower them and raise them to higher and higher frequencies, human beings. So y'all can keep trying to, because you know, y'all see the hurricane is coming, right? This they last hurrah. They got the hurricanes, that they creating these new hurricanes like Hurricane Delta. They created that bitch because they trying to scare y'all. They know they got 8 weeks left. It's an 8-week clock. It's an 8-week clock. It's an 8-week clock. And once we fully shift, everything that we spoke about, you're gonna remember yourself. But with that being said, I have other places that I have to be. I spent enough time on this material plane tonight with you guys. I gotta get out of this body. Alright, so with that being said, peace means positive energy always creates elevation. I hope y'all took this origin story into the soul. It will be posted to the YouTube channel. Our next lecture we'll be doing what's today? We do cosmic updates every Friday. So I'll do one of them this Friday, and we'll be back in class with another day. And we'll be diving more into the different species and diving deeper about this number 9, which is the master number. And you're gonna see 9 pop up everywhere. You'll be like, oh, I get it now. Alright? So with that being said, I love y'all. Peace to the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. The 500-year invasion is over with. We was lied to on every level. This planet was taken from us, and we were cut off from our other family, which is in the Sirius star system when they locked this dome over us. But December 21st will be here shortly, and after December 21st, life as we know it will change. You guys are going to see a lot of different things going on. We rising in frequency. So I don't want you to think December 21st going to hit and you just going to transform. You just might. But I'm just telling you when December 21st hit and that second sun aligns with our sun, and it's happening for sure, just prepare to know that anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything you can think of will happen. So be careful about what you're thinking. But I love y'all. Peace to the gods and goddesses. I wish y'all safe travels tonight when y'all travel to different galaxies and different realms, because I told y'all we don't dream. So wherever y'all go, I wish y'all safe travels. And I'll see y'all again when y'all get back to this body too. Peace to the gods. I love y'all. We going under. We going under. It's time to go under, y'all. I done warned y'all enough. It's time to go under. Okay. So after Scipio Africanus defeated Hannibal and took all of this land right here. This was all of Hannibal's land. It was then renamed Africa. All of these human beings sat down and formed what is called the Treaty of Tordesillas. Okay? Okay? The Treaty of Tordesillas. Y'all see it? The Treaty of Tordesillas.